Welcome back, beautiful souls, to the channel. I'm Shika, your conscious mentor, and today I'm going to be talking about a very vulnerable topic and something that I want to eventually talk more about as I'm on this journey of a lifestyle with my body, and it is how to manifest weight loss, specifically talking about the top wounds that block us from actually preventing to release those energy cells, and also binge eating, which is a huge thing that I have history with, and I'm going to be sharing a lot of things about my relationship with food. Just want to share with you guys, if you have had any experience with eating disorders or anything, this might be a triggering video, so I'm just going to share that here. But it is also going to be a vulnerable video, and I want to make more content like this with you guys, sharing real-time experiences, but also channel messages that can really help you on the journey. So excited to get into this. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and put notification bells so you don't miss a video. I do videos every single week for you beautiful souls, and if you're feeling called to go deeper into your shadow work, into your healing, working with your body, working with just who you are and your essence of soul, don't forget to apply for the conscious mentoring down below, as well as my programs. I have various programs that I can offer as well to you, and my retreats, which are great. It's an 8-day retreat. We have a lot going on next year, and it's going to be so powerful. So all that information is down below. You know where to go get it. So yeah, let's get into talking about our bodies and weight loss. So how I really start this, I guess the best way of start talking about this is telling you guys a little bit more about my history of it. So as a kid, I've always been the eater monster. And you know, it's funny now, but I didn't notice how much that word until probably the past few years, how much that word, I created an identity around this. And the reason why they used to call me eater monster is because I loved food, and I didn't notice it until now, but because of how intense my household was and just so much healing that was meant through my parents, I ate my food a lot. Like, food was a way of comfort. And I think a lot of you can resonate and nod your head and say, yeah, I totally eat food for comfort. When I go through a breakup, when something happens, like, food is my go-to OG. It's always there. So let me know down below with a food emoji of whatever favorite food you like, or many. So yeah, it's just been really interesting. So I didn't really have the idea of weight loss. Like, weight loss was not something I considered until, you know, you go to school and you have all these experiences and whatnot. So fast forward to teenage, when, you know, you start getting into puberty, you want your hips to be smaller. Like, there's all these idealistic things that I think a lot of women, and just beings in this world have pressure to look a certain way. You know, whether it's put more muscle, to get smaller, whatever. And I was in competitive dance. So you can only imagine competitive dance, how your body had to be thinner. And if you were thinner, you were more liked. It was a different space. I know right now, today's world is getting better in those industries like fashion and as well as dancing world, but it still has some healing to do as well there. So at that point, I started to not eat for a lot of hours and then eat for some hours. And then at some points I would just like have this weird obsession with my body, looking at my body all the time, wanting to change it, literally talking to my body, creating affirmations to my body, saying how much I hated certain parts of my body. And then fast forward to university, and you know, you're young, you're dating, you're in school, like all the things. And I think the relationship with my body there was that I wanted to be a completely different person. And when I mean be a completely different person, high school was not great for me. I had maybe a couple friends, and you know, I just didn't like the high school drama. I wasn't into it. I remember going to grade 12, and when I graduated, I was like, I am done. I'm done. There's no more of that. I'm so happy. I ended up working out. And when I mean working out, I would work out twice a day. I would do 25K runs, like 2-3 times a week. And then I would do smaller runs being 10K runs throughout the day. I got so petite that everyone would be like, oh my God, you look amazing. But emotionally, I was not feeling great because I still saw that girl who would eat a whole 2 Max and Subway and all these sandwiches, and I never would be satisfied. It became an addiction to look a certain way. So much so that it's even hard for me to even share that, but I didn't even want my body. Like I just didn't want to be in this body. That's how much. And I think we've all experienced that, and that's probably why you're watching this video, how to manifest weight loss, is that we don't want to be in our body, we don't know how to, and then we try to do all these fads such as keto and everything, and it just still doesn't work. So I hope that the channel 3 messages I received really allow you to just get that eureka moment you need to really understand how my experiences actually created wounds in my shadow of my body, and how I was able, and I'm continuing to, heal my body. So the first channel message that came through on how to manifest weight loss in a healthy way is that understanding that food is a space of comfort. So food is like ceremony, right? We sit, I don't know about you guys, but we used to have a meal together as a family at least once a week. It didn't matter how busy you were. On Sunday night, you had dinner together. We made it work. Like, it was like you had dinner, you were there. And I think up to today, I still create that ceremony, but it's more of a different reason. Like, I think I made a connotation with that food and sitting there every Sunday as like, oh no, I gotta eat food. Like, people are gonna watch how much food is on my plate, blah, blah, blah. Like, I just came from this like self-talking human emotion experience that was coming through for me. I think one of the biggest things is I asked myself when I was healing is what part of our shadow, our emotions, or our shadow are being comforted. So the part that I was comforting was, you know, the feeling that my body will never be perfect. I might as well just binge eat. I might as well just keep eating. You know, I'm never gonna be pretty, so I might as well just like keep on eating, keep on doing those things, and not giving myself that opportunity to take care of my body. And you hear the word, your body is your temple, in the sense of what you eat. If it feels good to you, if you're taking care of your body, tuning into that and listening to your body. And I always say your body whispers before it screams. And when we're doing weight loss, we're so focused on the scale, on our pants, and like how we've lost 4 pounds, how we've done this, how like there's always that talk. And then we say that we feel that pressure, but realistically it's the pressure of our inside voice talking to us, telling us and trying to comfort us to come to the food of comfort, when realistically it's not comfort, it's blocking an energy that's there. So I really want you to ask yourself and start building that relationship with your body, because again, every trainer I've had, personal trainer, it's a mindset, Chica. It's always your mind. So you can go to the gym as much as you want, but if you don't want to be there and you're not getting enough sleep and you're not allowing your mind to reset, it literally goes out the door. So this is one of the biggest lessons I've learned on how to manifest weight loss, was understanding that I was comforting my body from something, and I had to let go. I had to see, like, what am I comforting from? And it was the grief. It was the fear of releasing anger. It was the feeling that, you know, scared of the wounded masculine. It was the constant feeling that I didn't like my body, that all my life as a child I was bullied because the way I looked, and I'm like, well, I don't look great, I'm not accepted, and then my body's too big, so I might as well just eat anyways, no one's gonna care. I started talking to myself in these affirmations, and that was the comfort that I was giving. That was what I brought to you. We all have things that we bring comfort to. But if you are someone like me who's gone through these relapse of like eating good food, not eating, binging, and going through these huge extremes, it's usually because we're bringing comfort. And this brings me to my second point on how to manifest weight loss is binging food is equal to wanting control. Let that sink in. Us binging food is actually controlling. And I know a lot of people are gonna say, well, isn't it the opposite? You're just like eating food, like no stopping, and you're just eating the chips, you're eating the whatever it is. Actually, it's the opposite, because internally on the subconscious level, we are controlling what our body is trying to tell us. We're controlling the needs of our emotional, energetic, and mental space. And in doing so, we are now controlling something that is wanting to be released. And I'm currently on a juice cleanse, actually, for just what felt good to me. And I want to share this as like, I don't even want to use a juice cleanse. I'm in a relationship with plants and connecting with the nutrition that they have to hold space for. And on day 2 was the hardest day ever. I sat down with plant medicine with Hape, which is a shamanic medicine. I'm going to do a video on it. If you guys would like to see that, let me know down below with a plant emoji. But I just got so angry that whole day. I was so angry, and I'm right now doing this cleanse that's really powerful with holistic foods and vegan foods to reset my liver, because ironically enough, my liver is apparently not doing really well, as well as my my gallbladder and all these other things. But the liver is a space of fear, is a space of resentment, anger. And I'm seeing it more and more when on that second day I was just so antsy, so angry. And then I tapped in and there was a whisper from my body saying, do you hold your worth of your body in your food? And to me, it was like a wow, wow, wow. My binging of food was to control the worthiness I wanted to project to the world. Simple. I felt so unloved, unworthy of my body, my human shell that was here, that I decided to binge food. I wanted to control the fact that I wanted to stick with that pain, that wound, that I'm too big, that I'm not good looking, that I'm all these things that were coming up. So it's understanding that we think it is losing control, but what we're doing is controlling our soul and the body voice of expressing what is not aligned. That's simply what it is. My battery died, so we're here, we're back. So yeah, that's one of the biggest things that have really taught me about how to manifest weight loss, is understanding that it is a sense of control. The last thing you need to know about how to manifest weight loss is that look at the lifestyle, not diet. So I've had a personal trainer, I've done the keto, I've done the vegan for quite a long time. I've done all of the things, and all the things that people are saying, this is what works for me. I've lost 20, 30 pounds, all the stuff. And it's not to say that I didn't lose a huge amount being vegan and everything, but did I sustain it? No. Did I have a healthy relationship with my body? Probably not. So the download that I wanted to share is that when we hold those spaces for those kind of idealist ideas of what our body should look like from the outside, it triggers us in the sense of controlling our emotions internally. So letting go of this diet culture is one of the biggest and hardest things, especially when it's all over, when it's marketed to us, when it's constantly there. But what we can start doing to help us lose weight and manifest that weight loss is understanding what is my relationship with my body and how can I create a healthy lifestyle that really treats my temple well. So if that means that some of the things that I've loved to do that has really helped me manifest weight loss is green juices. Beautiful ways to help you deepen your connection with your body and healing. So I do a lot of green juices. I do a lot of cleansing with whether it's smoothies, a lot of things from the earth. Connecting with the earth energy is very helpful. Any plants, anything that's the most natural version of itself. And then I also know when I intuitively want some pizza as well. But the thing is I'm not getting pizza when I just finished a breakup. I'm listening to my body when my body is trying to go back to that comfort to suppress something, because that just creates our body as an armor as opposed to something that we're living in, something that we're fully in. So we're using food to leave our body, to leave our emotions, to leave whatever we're experiencing. And with that, it just sustains in our body. It stays there. And that's what creates this sense of energy that is in our space. And what we're trying to lose is really losing the emotional stress, the emotional fear, the emotions that our body is trying to speak to us. So when we do that, you have to understand we're not controlling the body, but rather speaking to the body. So sometimes I'll go to the grocery store, I'll have a list, and I give myself 2 ingredients, maybe 1 fruit, 1 vegetable that's intentional and just intuitive, which means I go to the grocery store and sometimes I have something on my list, but then I actually feel called to get, cucumbers that day. I feel called to get apples that day. And what has really helped me through this healing, especially me being a medicine woman and holding that space, is that our body is already telling us what we need. And when we look up what this craving is from, we can learn what our body and why our body is craving the apples, the cucumbers and such. So really learning how to create a lifestyle, walking the space of how can I be healthier to my temple, and how can I tune in and not bring shame when my temple also wants foods that it wants. So this has been really powerful for me. I'd love to do more videos talking about the relationship with my food and how I've been able to manifest weight loss. Currently on my 4th day of my cleanse, and I think by the time you guys watch this, I'll probably be on day 8. So if you guys would like me to talk about my juice cleanse experience and how I was able to hold space with that, I've done some videos before in the past, let me know. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, put notification bells. I do videos weekly for you beautiful souls, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.